is the Schmo with the pro, with the former two-division boxing champion, the magic man, the broadcaster, the podcaster, the man, all forms social media, Paulie Malignaggi in the flesh. Just finished up an episode of Paulie TV and a Hellenese sports interview. How we doing?
Bro, you scared me, bro. I was in the middle of finishing my text, and I didn't know we were starting, but I got it through. I got it done. I'm ready.
Well, you know the Schmo, we like to catch you off guard, just like on the broadcast.
Catch me off guard. Oh, you scared me. You didn't catch me off guard. I did kind of jump a little bit.
All right, man. We just finished up a broadcast together this past weekend. Social gloves, too. Gib McGroom. Gib knocked out McGroom, man, in the main event.
Yeah. Bro, that was actually a good fight. That card sucked, and then all of a sudden, the main event was like fight of the year stuff. I mean, that was unbelievable. That was crazy. I couldn't believe what I was saying. I was like, yo, this is a good fight.
You were pretty critical of Swaggy P's performance over there, too, as the co-main event against Minicon.
He sucks, man. That guy sucks. Listen to me. I know people have a hard time like giving respect to these guys coming to boxing, and you know I get that criticism when guys come into boxing, and they get these numbers, and why should they get these kind of numbers? And a lot of pros don't even get these kind of numbers. A lot of these guys can't fight, but at least a lot of them put in the work. They may not be that good because they don't have experience, but they put in the work to entertain you. And Gib and McGroom, you can see that they've done the work. They did their homework. They were home. They're not world-class boxers, but they did all the work. They're trying to do their best for you. Even like a Jake Paul, he's not he'll never be a world-class boxer, but you can tell he goes home, he does the work, man. This guy, they respect the sport, respect the game. This, can I say pussy or no?
Why not?
This pussy, unbelievable. This guy showed up. He thought he was hitting the bag, bro. Like, as soon as he got hit, he didn't want to be there no more. And there's one thing if you're like, okay, you don't want to get hit, but then as soon as he took a shot, he was doing great. I thought he was boxing good. I'm like, he's got a weird style, but it's working. I mean, Minicon is totally confused. Because not like Minicon was that good either, but at least he had balls, you know? But all of a sudden, he takes like a partial shot. I don't even remember what he got hit with in the third round. He took like a partial shot. And, bro, from that moment on, he was like... And, you're going to give Minicon confidence when you give this pitiful pussy face. Well, and of course, Minicon now is confident. Now he just knows I just got to attack. Whether it's neat or whether it's not neat, sloppy, whatever, I'm just going to attack this guy. He doesn't want to be here. And good on Minicon for recognizing that he had a pussy in front of him. And then when he attacked him, bro... The announcement was a headbutt landed. Why? Because you're going to take his word for it? No, I saw the replay. I'm calling the fight. I'm looking for the headbutt in the replay. There's no headbutt. There was not even a punch. They came together, and like in that scruffle inside, he raked him up his face with like his forearm because he was trying to free himself. And this guy just goes through the ropes. He acted it out like an Oscar winner. He fell through the ropes. He went down, made like he died. Bro, this is where you lose respect for people. Like, why you boxing, bro? Why you boxing? And then in the pre-fight interview, he said his father was a boxer and he wanted to make his father proud. Bro, your father would disown you if he was gonna be proud of you for that boxing performance. If your father being proud of you depended on your boxing performance, you would be disowned right now. He would say he doesn't have a son anymore. Okay, you're probably lucky that your father his pride for you doesn't stem from your boxing or your boxing performance. That's where you're probably lucky, because if you wanted to make your father proud and his pride for you depended on your boxing, you would have been disowned by now. That was horrible, dude. That was horrible, and it's a spit in the face to boxing. That's why then boxers come up and say this YouTube stuff like, oh, it's horrible. It's so, and then fans in general, real purists, like this is BS. This YouTube stuff. This is crazy. Like nobody wants to watch this crap. This is why it's guys like that ruin it. Because like I said, McGroom, Gib, Jake Paul, and certain others. Even Le'Veon Bell and Adrian Peterson. They're no world beaters, but bro, you can tell they put in the work. They put in the work, bro. You had to know when you get in the ring, you get hit. This guy got in the ring. Am I just going on a tangent? I feel like you haven't talked in like 5 minutes, Schmo.
Listen, tell the Schmo how you really feel. Let's just say you're not a big fan of Swaggy P. Nick Young. We get it.
I'm not a fan of guys who pretend. You get in the ring and you pretend to be a fighter, bro. No need to. I know this is the city of actors here in L.A., bro, but take that shit to Hollywood, bro. That's it. There's no need for this. There's no need to pretend to be a fighter, bro. You're not that kind of guy. It doesn't matter. You probably never got into a fight in your life because, I mean... He actually was boxing okay, And then he got hit, and that was it. I don't even think this guy sparred, honestly. I have to question whether he even sparred. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy. I have to question whether he even sparred. Actually, you know who else didn't do any work to prepare for the fight? I can tell. That guy Damore. That's another idiot. Yeah, that's another guy who didn't do any work.
The mouthpiece didn't even fit. It looked like he went to Dick's Sporting Goods.
That's what I mean. You can get a Dick's Sporting Goods mouthpiece, fine, but boil the shit. You know what I mean? Boil it. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I know you didn't spar. You didn't even have a mouthpiece that fits you, bro. You know? If the mouthpiece fits you, we know you've been putting in some work. Like, this guy's mouthpiece didn't even fit him. He didn't use it. He didn't use it the whole camp. That guy didn't even train, bro. At least Wharton, again, limited, but he came in to fight. You know, he was throwing punches. He was in a stance. He was trying. I mean, bro, I don't know, man. Listen, Gibb and McGroom saved the night, man. Those guys put in an unbelievable performance. Again, limited as they are, you can tell they put in a lot of work. Those guys, because they've learned to box. You'll never mistake them for world-class fighters, but they've learned to box. And actually, their flaws make it for such a great fight.
Now that he's hot, let's get you talking about something going on in the welterweight division, or not going on. We've been teased for this for months now. We're talking Errol Spence Jr., Terence Bud Crawford. Are we going to see this match get booked in 2022?
Here's why I think we're going to see it soon, because Jaron Ennis is the mandatory in the WBC for Spence's welterweight title, and Jaron Ennis is very, very dangerous. That is probably the new beast in the welterweight division, him and Virgil Ortiz. So I think, because of the fact that this guy is starting to nip at the toes, nip at the feet, and he's starting to get close, you're going to get put in a situation where Spence is either going to have to fight Terence Crawford, or he's going to have to do his mandatory against Jaron Ennis. And Jaron Ennis is so good that he's a threat to beat Errol Spence. You know, that's how good he is. So do you really want to deal with that? A hungry... he's basically Errol Spence like 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? He's hungry 5-6 years ago. Hungry, determined, the future in front of him, everybody expecting greatness from him. So does Spence really, with all the millions that he's made now, really want to deal with a hungry killer like this? Or does he want to go against Crawford, who's a killer too, but he's in the same position he is? Made the millions. They're both super skilled. There's a fight everybody wants to see. You just make this fight. And I'm not saying that the fight is not happening because of Spence either. They've both got to come together. I don't know what the disagreement is. They've both got to figure out a way to come together. But if they don't figure out a way to come together, Jaron Ennis is in position to fight for this world championship, and they're going to have to eventually enforce that mandatory against Spence. And I don't think that's going to do very well for the chances of Spence and Crawford happening, because Ennis is a possibility to beat Spence.
Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury. Why isn't that going to be the next heavyweight matchup? Why is it going to be Fury and Joshua? Those two seem like they are destined to be dancing inside the ring.
I don't think you're going to get Joshua, honestly. He's lost 2 in a row. I don't think you bring him back against the Fury. I think that you just keep feeding him to the wolves like that. You know, I think with AJ, I know Fury wanted to do that fight with AJ, but I don't think if you're on AJ's team, and you know, for marketing reasons and for a lot of other branding reasons in general, listen, he's an excellent fighter still. I don't think that you put him with Fury and just completely ruin him with 3 losses in a row, you know, because Fury will probably beat him. So I don't think they're going to go in that direction. There's still a lot of possibilities for AJ to still remain a star, to remain near the top of the heavyweight division. You probably go and get him a fight where it's still competitive, but you know, you'd pick him to win, but it's still a mediocre risk. You know, like a Dillian White, who's also coming off a loss, but they have a built-in rivalry from a fight they fought in earlier in their careers. It's an all-UK rivalry, so you still get your all-UK rivalry, and it's a chance to see how AJ comes back from the 2 fights against Usyk. And it's also a chance to see how Dillian comes back from the knockout loss to Fury, because let's face it, Dillian was also a really good heavyweight before.
Well, Paulie, the Schmo can chat with you all day. Can we get a final message for all your fans out there worldwide?
You like me talking all my crap? Check me out on Paulie.tv on YouTube. Check me out, YouTube.
Say it in Italian.
Non vi dimenticate, Paulie.tv. Paulie.tv su YouTube, ok? Mi potete vedere lì, parlo di tutte le cose, tutto ciò che è il pugilato, tutto il soggetto del pugilato, va bene? Tutto ciò che è il pugilato, io avrò le discussioni lì su quel canale, non vi dimenticate, Paulie.tv, guardatemi, abbonatevi e parliamo. Lasciateci anche i commenti, non vi dimenticate i commenti. Leave me some comments. Don't forget about the comments too. All right, Paulie.tv.
Bilingual, the passion, the cadence, it all stays the same. Thank you, producer, for getting him to speak some Italiano. He's the pro. I'm the Schmo. Los Angeles. We're out.
And we're trying to sketch you on Pro Box TV as well, okay? Check me out on Pro Box TV YouTube with Antonio Tarver, Roy Jones Jr., and Juan Manuel Marquez, Pro Box TV Espanol. Don't forget that as well. That's a really good podcast with some extra stars.
In Italian now?
Non vi dimenticate anche Pro Box TV Sul YouTube sarò con Roy Jones, Antonio Tarver, Juan Manuel Marquez. Abbiamo il miglior podcast su internet con le stelle del pugilato. Marquez, Tarver, Roy Jones ed io.
We're out.